Afternoon everybody, here we are in Kinston on a Wednesday afternoon. Kinston's an area of Bournemouth. I'm just out helping John collect his Better Wear book. Say hello, John.
Hello.
There's John saying hello. Now, as I promised, I was going to do a short piece on some of the problems that those of us with mobility scooters face getting along pavements. Now, I know that we can be the bane of some people's lives. You know, some of us will drive at 700 to 900 miles an hour, causing grief and problems whatever we do. However, that's not always the case. Sometimes it's more a case that people make our lives difficult and our lives harder. For those of you who aren't aware, there's a couple of different types of mobility scooter. There's the lightweight little ones that pop in and out of your boot and you can take them to the supermarket and they're just about enough to get you to and from the end of your drive, or go around to the shop and get a pint of milk. Anything extra will cause it to creak and groan and moan. Then you go up a level to the range that includes the one I've got, and here it is. As you can see, let me just get off it, I'll show you. Here it is. The Shop Rider Deluxe. You can see that down at the bottom there on the treading board. This is slightly more upmarket. It's got variable speed control and little wicker basket, well, fake wicker basket. I couldn't possibly afford proper wicker these days. And it's good for getting up to 8, sometimes I can get 10, 12 miles or kilometres an hour out of it, and it will drive me wherever I need to go. In fact, I can get, we have proven, 25 kilometres on a full battery charge. But this is designed to go along your average road pavement, sidewalk, for those of you bizarre colonials over in America. Now, as such, I and a lot of my associates who also ride these scooters, we don't race around, we don't abuse our right to easy access on the pavement. There are one or two who are what you call ankle snappers, and they will take people's legs out if they get a chance. I don't think they do it deliberately, intently to cause pain and distress. They do it more because they don't realise what they're doing. Then you've got the next grade up, and the next grade up you can take on the road. In the UK you have to have road tax. John is skipping because he's just got an order. So well done. Was it a good one?
36.46.
Oh, he's beaten me. That's good. But I haven't got any, so... Anyway, these ones to have in the UK, you have to have road tax. You have to have them insured as motor vehicles to go along the road, and they do just what they say on the tin. They are roadworthy vehicles. So if I keep looking to one side, it's just I'm looking in driveways and porches to see if I can see the book, so I know where to stop to wait for John to catch up. Now, as I say, mine is not a road usable one. I can go into the road, and unfortunately, as you're going to see, as we just go around this little area, all too often we have to go into the road, and the simple reason is that people just aren't thinking when they use the pavement, when they block the pavement and make it incredibly hard for us, or for people with sight impairment who might need to traverse the road, traverse the pavement. You simply can't, because the cars are blocking their way. Now, I'm a car driver, have been for over 30 years, and I think I'm a fairly responsible car driver. Yes, I've had points on my licence, but we've all done silly things in our past. I've actually got points on my licence at the moment, but not for anything overtly serious, but it was still nevertheless a silly action, and I shouldn't have done it. That's another issue we have to deal with. Sometimes the cambers on these pavements can be incredibly severe and make life very much harder for us, as it is. Here's one of my little pet hates. I will back up a little so you get this. Oh, now I'm going the wrong way. So you get to see it. This is not a particularly bad one, but here is somebody who obviously has a hedge and it overgrows onto the pavement sidewalk. Now, it's not a great problem here. There's plenty of room for me to get past, but in some cases the hedges are so overgrown you just simply cannot see the sidewalk. You can't see the edge of the property boundary wall or fence, and it can make life very difficult for us. However, there is something much, much worse. And as I turn into this drive, because I have to try and find an off-road, here's a prime example of what I was talking about hedges. If I stop here and turn the camera around, you can see, dun, 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 not only is the hedge completely obscuring this side of the sidewalk, the vehicles are so poorly parked on the curb that actually I can't fit through that gap. And at which point I have to take a vehicle that is not deemed roadworthy under the law. I don't know if you saw that, I'll just turn it to another angle, there it goes again. I have to now put my vehicle into the road, put myself at risk, put other road users at risk, just so, as a helpful if I was, just so I could carry on, I would have to put myself and the vehicle into the road. Now, is that considerable? Is that considered, sorry? Is that a thoughtful act by those other road users who have decided, when they've got a perfectly wide road in which to park legally in the curb, they decide, no, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to park, just bear with me, I'm just mounting the curb again. We are going to park half on the pavement sidewalk, half on the road. Doesn't matter about the scooter riders, or frankly they're a pain in the backside. It doesn't matter about the people with sight impairment or the elderly or mothers pushing buggies with children. Let's make them go in the road, just so we can keep our shiny car a little less scratched potentially. That's what you have bumpers for. Shouldn't be an issue. So all I'm asking is that people will be more considerate in the future. Do what these people do. There you see, they've parked in the curb. Unlike. So, parked in the curb, perfectly safe. Big van up there, parked on the pavement, blocking part of the pathway. I know for a fact that I couldn't get in between that white van and that fence. I can get through there, but only just. So please, be a bit more considerate in the future. There are other people other than just you using the road. God bless. Namaste.